Welcome back. This is Mike with Rampage. It's February 9th. Let's do a market update. Okay, so Bitcoin is on a rampage. It's been pushing from a little bit below 43K, 42,500 plus minus, all the way to 47,201 as we speak. I mean, it's really ramping higher. 4 consecutive up days. We're probably going to close this one positive as well, unless we're getting a huge pullback, which I don't really anticipate, but here we are. It's looking really good. The scenario that we had here was, if I want to just use a drawing tool real quick, just kind of show you what's going on. So yeah, this was kind of the line of scrimmage here, right? Because it kept bouncing against it and right? And then it broke higher and I thought, okay, this looks good. Maybe it's going to do one more retest, but no, it just really just busted higher. And I mean, this is extremely bullish, honestly, because each candle gets longer than the next. Well, actually not true. This one is a little bit shorter than this one, but this long candle right here, I mean, wow. I mean, just in terms of just pure technical chart reading, like just looking at the price action in terms of the candles of daily activity, and wow, this is sweet. This looks super bullish. Minimum consolidation here after this bounce. I'm really happy actually because Gravitas got close to getting short, but it didn't. And it really held strong throughout this quick and nasty shakeout. And that was my point all along when I brought in the comments, right? That an EMA or an SMA or whatever you would have thrown at it would have been shaken out here because there's just no way. This was a deep correction. We went all the way down here to, what was the low here? Low was 38,505, okay? And yes, that's exactly where we were. So, and we could have slipped a little bit lower. I think there was a little bit more tolerance, but another day or two down here, we probably would have crossed over. And it would have not been the worst of it, because had it then pushed higher, we would have probably crossed back over and we maybe would have just lost a little bit. But we did. And here we are. It's been holding strong. We've remained long the entire time, and now it's paying off. So it's looking really good. Let's take a look here also at Ethereum. Same thing. I haven't even looked at it today. So it's rallying along with Bitcoin, which is usually a very, very positive sign. So when we look at total 2, yeah, we see similar formation. And then let's take all the big players out and go to total 3, and boom. Yeah, I mean, obviously a bit more volatility in the alts. I'm very curious to see what alts do this week. Right? I mean, they've actually been holding up pretty nicely. I told you about my altcoin scanner, right? That goes through every time, every week. It scans the top 5 altcoins and trades them. And it's been in altcoin mode in the last few weeks. And I've really been very conservative, kept an eye on it and say, okay, let's give it time. Let's give it time. It's the early days, but it's just been holding strong. And honestly, I was a little bit confused about this Bitcoin USD correction, that it went so deep. And my theory was that everyone just took profits after the SEC announcement about the ETFs, and here we are. And now we're already in February, right? We're pushing towards the mid of February, and in April we'll get the halving, probably in April. We don't know exactly which day, right? Maybe April, maybe early May, but somewhere around there we're going to get the next Bitcoin halving. Has to do with mining. Look it up. And that's going to make it even more expensive to mine. So it's what we've seen in the past is that after the halving of Bitcoin for miners, the rewards they're getting, if they mine a coin, they will see usually a pretty strong jump in price over the following weeks and months, usually over the remaining year. That's happened every time, and we're overdue, and we're in a bullish cycle now, clearly. So things are really lining up very nicely for us. I would say the stars are aligning very well for crypto this year for us in 2024. So this was very positive. If we're just looking at the overall price action, I still left this just out of pure being stubborn and kind of just trying to kind of rub it in how well I've predicted it, but more or less, right? I kind of really didn't do a good job on the correction part. It took a lot longer than I thought, but at least I had the price action pretty much spot on up until here. So I left it on the chart, okay? But if you're looking at the whole price action here from the bottom, when things look really dire, okay? All right? I mean, this was a nasty market last year. And, well, we flattened out here, and then it was tormenting us a little bit, but it really built a nice base. And that's what we need to look at here. It's been building a lot of context on the way up. This is not just a quick ramp that can be reversed quickly as well. If we continue higher here, and then further on the line, we'll see a correction again. We're going to have context here, we're going to have context here, we're going to have context here. So, I mean, yeah, these are deep levels, admittedly. But I don't really think we're going to go back here anytime soon. But just know that the context is there, and that gives me a lot of confidence. A lot of confidence that we're really well positioned now, especially after we break through the magic 50K mark. Why magic? Well, people love round numbers. It's gonna gain a lot of attention in the media. We're gonna see a little bit more FOMO. And once we breach 50K, I mean, you know, honestly, guys, we're not too far away from all-time highs. I mean, we were like 68,000, something like that. We're not that far away. We could get there this year, easily. We could get there by summer. I mean, it's futile and a little bit silly to project price targets. But from my experience and all the chart reading and, you know, the technical analysis I've done over the last 20 years, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing an extremely bullish chart at this point. This is really, the price action looks very bullish. Just the way it unfolds, the way it builds a base. We see one deep retracement here, but only one spike. It didn't spend much time here, right? Again, bullish, right? All this is very bullish. The entire price formation is bullish. And so, yeah, that's my outlook, bullish. I think the bear market is definitely over, and we're in a new bull cycle. And not just a new bull cycle, because we have been. I mean, this one position here, if I may give you some context, right? The last position, the last entry, long entry that Gravitas took was on October 7th of last year, which was around, let me pull it up for you. I think here, yes. Because I looked at the signals that we sent our subscribers, right, for Gravitas. And we went long around here. That position is approaching, well, if you include today, we're getting close to 70% in profit, just one trade. And we already gained here. You know, we had a position here where we went long, and then I think we briefly got short here, lost a few points, lost a few handles, and then right away went long again on October 7th. And we've been riding this ever since. And again, didn't get shaken out. So it's just wonderful. It's been awesome. We've made a lot of money already. If you've been a Gravitas subscriber since last year, you should have doubled your money by now, okay? If you include that. And if you've been holding, if you've been Gravitas subscriber since early last year, then you should have even caught some of this on the way down, if you shortened, or at least you didn't lose money. So that's worth something too, right? All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that was informative and gives you a good idea of where we're heading. And I'll do an update soon. It's definitely once we push above 50K, which I don't think is too far away. Probably talking in the next few weeks, easily. This is not going to continue in a straight line forever. People are going to want to take profits at some point. So we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, and it's going to get it shielding a little bit on here. Probably see, maybe we might even see a retest down here where I have drawn the line, you know, or maybe an obligatory one to here. So we might see this push higher and then a retest here, which, by the way, let me zoom in. This would be, let me reset this. I don't know where to get stuck. Yeah. So if we push higher and then see a quick retrace here, a quick one, right? This might be a great entry opportunity if you missed it on here, if you're in cash or whatever. Might be a situation. Chasing this candle up right now, I wouldn't recommend. So, okay. I hope this helps. And before you go, please subscribe to the channel down here, maybe hit the bell, and see you next time. Cheers.